Are you just addicted to the ranks or being at the top position, or there was a strategy around?
I would say not exactly addicted. There was a strategy behind it, and once you are able to crack that strategy, every student can get a rank.
All India rank 47 in Foundation of CA, 2 AIR 3 in CA finals, 2 AIR 1 and world rank 6 in ACCA.
Most of the students look at the passing marks as a target only, and then if they land up at 40 or 30, it is disheartening for them.
Yeah.
So I would say कि it's important for you to aim for a rank. What major mistakes I have seen students doing is they miss the mock test.
Okay.
They're not able to allocate their time properly. And once you are able to revise your concepts multiple number of times, you will definitely get a rank. I would say if you will aim for the moon, and even if you fail, you will land among the stars.
Perfect,
so obviously your aim should be to qualify with a rank. Even if you miss it, you will at least pass the examination.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. CA Pooja Gupta from GCEC Global Foundation, and welcome to yet another episode of our podcast series. Today we have Rishi Malhotra, who is All India Rank 1 and World Rank 6 in AFM at his P-level paper of ACCA. Rishi, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I think this will be very insightful for the students.
Obviously, yes, it will be. So let's talk about your ranking habit first, Rishi. We have seen and we have known that you have secured All India Rank 47 in Foundation of CA, 2 AIR 3 in CA finals, 2 AIR 1 and World Rank 6 in ACCA. Are you just addicted to the ranks or being at the top position, or there was a strategy around?
I would say not exactly addicted. There was a strategy behind it, and once you are able to crack that strategy, every student can get a rank.
Of course, yes. So, have you already reached the top, or you're aiming something more now from the future?
To look at the academic level, I think I'm done with the studies for now. Looking at the professional career perspective, I think there's a lot to achieve, lot to learn.
Yeah. So, can you talk about your corporate journey? Like, what have you been doing so far, and what are you into right now?
Sure. So, I did my articleship from KPMG. I worked as an audit article.
Okay.
I was leading industries which are having global subsidiaries in UK and Germany. I was the sole article handling entire subsidiaries end to end. Post qualification, post CA, I joined Diageo India. I worked there as a business finance manager. I was leading the South region. After working for a year and a half there, I moved to EY Parthenon, and now I'm working there as a management consultant.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's amazing. So, Rishi, tell us, like, after becoming a CA with such huge ranks and high ranks, you've already achieved something which most people dream of. What inclined you towards ACCA? Like, you're already a chartered accountant, doing so well with all the big fours. What was that one thing that made you choose ACCA as a career progression?
Agreed with you that CA is obviously a great profession in terms of job market as well. But I think if you want to go global, ACCA will give you that platform since it's recognized in more than 180 plus countries.
Right.
So to unlock the global doors, I think ACCA looked like a right path to me.
So is it also going to help you in your career right now? Like, do Big Fours also consider a transition from CA to ACCA? Like, are there opportunities there which take you from CA to ACCA?
Yes, absolutely. If I wish to move to EY, Dubai, Qatar, Bahrain, so there's a qualification requirement that if you are an ACCA preferably or a CA.
Okay.
So I think there the qualification will be helpful to me.
Okay. And talking about ACCAs, like, how do you see the Indian market? Do you feel that it is growing, or do you feel there are not many companies still? Because this is something which the students are really confused about when they are choosing their career between CA and ACCA when they go for a qualification. Usually, it is a myth, or maybe it is a belief that ACCA is not the right qualification for the Indian markets. So would you want, because you've done both the qualifications, so probably you can throw some good light on that. So, like, how would you guide us?
I would say since we are used to see a lot of CA students qualifying, so it is visible to the outside world that CA is the only good qualification, but that is not the case. ACCA is growing, and I think this is the right time to pursue ACCA because there are a lot of vacancies coming up. Companies are preferring ACCA qualified candidates. Even at an ACCA affiliate level also there are a lot of job openings.
Okay.
So I think it is a growing profession with great demand in the Indian market, not only in the big fours but also in industries. Because if there is any financial reporting role in any industry, or if there is a business finance role, they look for CA or an ACCA. So CA is not the only qualification that will help you enter the industry or big four.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Rishi, we would also want to understand, again, from a student's perspective, somebody who's just right out of the 12th standard and evaluating both the options. Sometimes they are not as clear as to what skill set is required in order to complete a qualification like CA or an ACCA, because we see a lot of students dropping out of CA and then pursuing ACCA. So can we say that, ACCA is done only by students who are CA dropouts, or is it simpler in any way? Or is it a degree which is doable by a large population? Like, what is your idea about it? What skill set should a CA versus an ACCA should have?
I would say it is not like that CA dropouts are only pursuing ACCA. CA students or CA dropout students look ACCA. They find ACCA easier because there are more number of papers that you can give in a year.
Yeah.
And there is a flexibility attached to it.
So there is one paper per attempt.
Correct.
Yeah. So you can focus more.
Yes. So you can focus more, and you can give 4 papers in a year if you give one per attempt.
Right.
So I think this is the factor which CA students look at, and they find ACCA easier. But it is not the case. As I have done both of these, I think it requires equal amount of preparation because it is a computer-based test, ACCA, whereas CA is obviously a pen paper-based test.
Correct.
So to navigate on that portal, to give your best in those 3 hours, you require preparation.
Yeah.
When I was preparing for my ACCA exams, I used to practice everything on Excel because I was very sure that at the end, if I am able to calculate everything on Excel in a timely manner, that would be beneficial to me. I never took a pen and paper to solve any of the question for an ACCA.
So right from the beginning, you chose a CB environment or a Excel to practice your questions.
Exactly.
Okay.
And this is one thing which I would recommend to any ACCA student who is watching the podcast, to practice from the very starting on a CB environment only.
Right. So AFM is often considered as one of the most challenging ACCA papers, right? With the passing percentage, quite low. What was your strategy from the beginning till the end? How your quarter looked like when you were preparing for AFM, and how much time you took? Like, so how did you cover the content? The mocks. So what all resources also do you refer to?
Okay. So I started with Kaplan study material. I did only self-study. There was no coaching classes attached to any of the P-level papers of ACCA. My strategy was first to go through the concepts, the theory module that we have for any of the P-level papers. Then I took the question bank and solved the questions on Excel, only Excel, no pen paper. I never used a pen and paper. My strategy was I built an Excel tracker. The very first tab was having the key concepts that I need to revise on the day before the exam. Subsequent tabs were having solutions to only the important questions.
Lovely.
And the tab was renamed with the question number and the page number so that it is easy for me to navigate during that 1 or 2 day preparation time that I will have.
Okay.
And it was not like I was solving all the questions before the exam, only the selective questions, only the tough concepts.
Okay.
Since I was using Excel tracker, we have a lot of color coding available. So I use the color codings, like red is the most difficult point that I have to revise.
Right.
So this is how it was structured.
RYB approach.
Correct,
right?
absolutely. And once I was done with practicing the questions, I gave mock test available on the ACCA platform only.
Right.
In a timely manner, proper exam environment, in the exact time duration which I will give the exams on. Like if I am having a slot of 9 to 12, so I used to give mock during that time only, because what students used to do is they give mock test either in the night or either early. So what happens is they are used to giving mocks during that particular time, and in my case, if I was giving mocks in night, then the 9 to 12 duration, I would use it to complete my sleep schedule.
Correct.
And when I will be in an actual exam environment,
so we're
it
training
will
you
be
were
difficult
training
for
your
me.
mind,
Correct.
in every possible way,
Correct.
to prepare, for the exam, right?
Exactly.
Including the time slot, including the,
Yes.
the CB environment and everything.
Yes.
Okay, lovely. That's a nice tip. Okay, so again, coming back to the same question, how do you want to structure the 3 months when any ACCA student is preparing? By when should he be able to complete the content? When should he start revising? How many revisions do you recommend? And what ideally the last 15 days should look like before the examinations?
A student need to build a proper timetable.
Yeah.
What I did, I reduced the last 10 days, and that was properly for revision perspective only. No mock test during that time.
Oh,
I used to
okay.
only revise the concepts and the
Okay.
key questions.
So you used to finish the mock test even before?
Yes.
Oh.
And the last 10 days were for revision only. Now I have to look at on ACCA platform how many mocks are available.
Right.
I used to give one mock every alternate day.
Okay.
So after reducing that time also, the remaining time should be allocated to your concept clarity and to the question solving purpose.
Okay.
So I think this is how a 3 month schedule should look like.
Okay, lovely. Okay, since you have cleared your ACCA while working full time, right? So Rishi, tell me, because we also suggest students, to do internship alongside their academics. So we always feel that, students should have that practical knowledge also when they are writing their papers, because it always brings a perspective to the question paper, because ACCA expects you to act like a professional. So unless and until you've not worked in that capacity, sometimes you're not able to think, into that domain. So, and you have always been working full time while you were doing your ACCA. So, how do you think that the practical experience brings knowledge to that paper at the P level specifically?
So since I was working full time, most of the industries currently follow IFRS or Ind AS. So what you are learning in your practical environment is actually being used while preparing for a P level examination.
Right.
My schedule was, before going to office, I used to complete my classes, the concept notes, and the questions based on the timetable that I have prepared. Because you never know when will you be back from office. If the day extends, then your study should not be compromised.
Correct.
So I would recommend students to study before going to office, and then if you have extra time post your office working hours, then you can use it for revision purpose.
Right. So a lot of students, feel that burden or the pressure that, oh, we have to do the studies as well. We have to go for the internship as well, then come and revise as well. What would you like to tell to such kind of students, because it is not an easy journey. And, I feel since you've achieved so much at such a young age and with a full-time job, how would you want to motivate the students on this front?
I would say obviously it's not easy, but it's obviously worth it. When you will see the results, the proud moment that you will have for yourself, obviously the pride in your parents' eyes, you will yourself feel that every struggle, every hour that you put in, every effort was worth it. So I would say do it for your parents, do it for yourself, and obviously the journey after qualification is exceptional.
Yeah. So this is what we also tell our students, that your lifestyle will definitely call for a shift. It will ask for a change, and it will no longer be the same as you used to have. But I think it is all worthwhile.
Yes,
so if you struggle, or if you, I wouldn't say sacrifice, but you put your focus in the right direction, the fruits are, sweet. True. Always. Okay. One question I also want to understand from you is how different the journey is for a rank holder as compared to somebody who has performed average in the examination. Are there any tips to secure a rank, or you always had that aim in your mind while you were preparing, or it just happened?
I would say if you will aim for the moon, and even if you fail, you will land among the stars.
Perfect.
So obviously your aim should be to qualify with a rank. Even if you miss it, you will at least pass the examination. Most of the students look at the passing marks as a target only. And then if they land up at 40 or 30, it is disheartening for them. So I would say it's important for you to aim for a rank. what major mistakes I've seen students doing is they miss the mock test.
Okay.
That's the main reason.
Hmm.
Second is they're not able to allocate their time properly. So a
Okay.
proper timetable is a
Must.
must to qualify the examination. And once both of these things are done, and once you are able to revise your concepts
Yeah.
multiple number of times, you will definitely get a rank. So it's not a tough journey, but
Yeah.
it's obviously
Consistency is the key.
consistency is the key.
Yeah. And how many minimum revisions would you recommend?
I would say 3 to 4 revisions
Okay. Okay.
at minimum.
Okay.
But even if you are able to do 2 revisions,
Yeah.
it is okay
Yeah.
if you are attempting a mock test in a proper timely manner.
Rishi, also tell us how important the technical articles and the examiner's reports are, and how do you used to refer to them, and what crux you used to take out from the examiner's report specifically. Was there any strategy around, again, you used to read every examiner's report? Like, how do you used to plan it?
So starting with the technical articles, I would like to thank you first because you only guided me for the technical articles.
Yeah.
That those are the must to do for
Yeah.
examinations.
Yeah.
And how I validated that was I went through the previous examination papers and compared it to the technical articles, and I found that there were questions that were repeated from the technical articles.
Okay.
So I would say technical articles are very important.
Right.
If you are missing them, you are at least missing on one question in the examination.
Yes, you are right.
So
Correct.
technical articles are important. Also, while going through the answer key, the examination report, it is important for a candidate to look at what major mistakes are the other students doing, so that those are avoided. And
Right.
once you are in a practice, you are in a habit of avoiding those mistakes, obviously they will not reoccur during the actual exams.
Okay. So examiner's report gives you a view of what general mistakes the students
Correct.
make, and probably you can just take care of those while you're writing the paper. It will improve your quality of the paper
Agreed.
answers, right?
Yes.
Okay. How do you deal with the exam anxiety? Like, how do you keep so calm? Right now also, I see whenever I've seen you, you have always been a very patient and a calm person. Like, how do you keep so calm?
To stay calm, I would say whenever you are stressed, what I used to do was whenever I was stressed, whenever I was having anxiety, I used to listen to music.
Yeah.
Or what happened with me, if I'm stressed, I prefer going for a small nap.
Okay.
Because that's the best part that you can do, and
Right.
that you can make an
Right.
effective use of time.
Right.
Because once you are back from your sleep, you are fully recharged
Yeah.
to give your best
Yeah.
for studies.
Right.
So I would say this is the key.
So
I
music
used.
and sleep
Yes.
were your stress busters.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Again, a question from students' side. You should have P for party or P for padhai. And when I ask this, I mean, should a student completely go into a very serious schedule, or is he allowed to have some, moments of enjoyment as well? Like, how should he plan the 3 years of ACC or whatever years of ACC that he's getting into?
I would say moments of enjoyment are obviously allowed. If you completely cut yourself from the outside world, you
Yeah.
will not be able to put 100% of your focus in your studies. But it is equally important for you to look at what are the tough papers where more effort is required, and
Right.
then it should be P for padai only. For the remaining duration, it is okay to manage P for party sometimes,
Yeah.
but P for padai should be a focus while preparing for ACCA. P for party will come after a qualification.
Great. So, any student who is just cleared his 12th and getting into the ACC qualification, minimum how many hours of study would you recommend him, so that he can probably structure his studies accordingly? Let's say he's also doing his internship and college. On a daily basis, how would you like to guide a student typically who's just come out of his 12th and has got into this qualification? And how should the weekends also look like? So if you can just guide let's say there is a random guy who's come to you for advice. So how would you want to suggest him?
I would say there is no fixed number of hours that you can devote. It obviously revolves around the productivity that you are gathering,
Right.
During the time that you are devoting for the studies. What I used to do while working full time, I used to take 3 to 4 hours before going to office for my studies.
Okay.
And after coming from office, if I have 1 or 2 hour available with me, I used to use it for revision purpose. But near to examinations, it is important for you to devote 13-14 hours at minimum if you are aiming for a rank.
Okay. So even with a full-time job, you were able to give 6 hours of study every day.
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's important.
Yes.
Yeah, great. Okay, I'll just go ahead with a very quick rapid fire round, Rishi, and we would want to know, how your takes were, how you chose your options. Okay, the first one, early morning study or late night study?
Early morning study.
Okay, computer-based exams was a blessing or a curse?
It was a blessing
It was a
because I
blessing.
have to work in my full-time job also on computers only. So
Okay.
it builds a habit for you.
Okay, which one was your favorite ACC paper?
AFM,
AFM, of course. Which one was the most difficult AFM topic?
Forex,
Okay. One productivity habit that you swear by.
building a timetable.
Okay. One word that defines success.
I would say hard work,
Okay. And consistency, as you said.
consistency.
Okay. Mentor who influenced you the most.
There are a lot of mentors I would like to
Mhm.
mention. Obviously, the previous rankers
Yeah.
motivated me a lot. They
Okay.
mentored me a lot.
Mhm.
I used to watch their videos or podcast
Okay.
while traveling to office, so that
Oh.
I am aware about the strategies that they used for their
Hmm.
preparation.
Hmm.
So I think I would. They are the mentors for me.
Lovely. I think somebody who's traveled the path can guide you the best.
Obviously.
Lovely. Okay, biggest learning from your life and from your academic journey, like how it has shaped you into a better individual.
So my biggest learning would be if you are able to manage your time properly,
Mhm.
you will be able to give your best in academics as well as in your professional career.
Yeah.
And once you are able to give your best in academics, there's a different level of reputation that you get while working in your job.
Yeah.
When I cleared CA and when I cleared ACCA, I can see the sense of respect that people have towards me. Whatever I am speaking, they abide by it. They look it by a sense of trust. So I think once you are able to give your best in your examination, it will obviously help you in your professional journey as well.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, Rishi, I think a lot of ACC and CA students would be watching the podcast, and there would be a lot of takeaways from this podcast. Any last piece of advice that you would want to give to our listeners? And talking specifically about today's generation, when we have so many distractions, and how to keep ourselves consistent, how to keep ourselves motivated, and how to keep away from these kind of distractions. How important it is. Any last advice that you would have?
I would say it's very important for you to stay away from distractions because they will eventually impact your studies.
Yeah.
To give your best, the key advice that I gave, your timetable, your mock test are a must.
Mhm.
And last piece of advice that I would give to those ACCA or CA students who drop out in between, I would like to say कि जो बीच में छोड़ देता है उससे ये नहीं पता वो मंजिल से कितनी पास में था.
Perfect. That's right.
So I would say कि give your best. Exams are near. Give your 100% and obviously aim for a rank.
Perfect. I think that is where we started from. Thank you, Rishi. Thank you so much for joining in. And I think a lot of students would be able to relate to you. Very practical, very, serious advices that you have given. So thank you so much for joining in, everyone. And please feel free to ask questions. You can drop your questions, in the section below, and we'll be happy to answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you.